What's up? Good morning. It is 10 a.m. and you guys know where I am. Today is a hot topic, you guys, and I apologize for not always informing you guys of when I go live, but I kind of move like the Holy Spirit. I only move when I've been compelled to move, and I only speak when I'm being compelled to speak on something. Okay. I feel like if I don't speak on something when I'm feeling it or going through it, it's not going to have the impact that I want it to have. So, okay, why is this like this? So, you guys make sure you share the live. If you know anybody that is dealing with the subject at hand, make sure you tag them. Let them know that this is their opportunity. Oh, that's why. Hold on. I don't want that there. Okay, hold on, guys. Give me a second. Good morning. Why can't I see my comments? Let me just make sure. Okay. Let me just make sure. So you guys make sure you share the live. Let me know if you can hear me out there. So you guys make sure you share the live. Let me know if you can hear me out there. So if you guys feel like you want to come in on my live also, make sure you click the link. I'll put it here. Hold on one second. And make sure you feel free to come back to the live and put your comment in the comment section, okay? But we are going to discuss this today, all right? I'm not going to share anybody's business. I know a lot of you that I know are like, oh, I'm not putting you out there. I'll always use myself, all right? But I honestly, truly want to know, and I want to talk to both parties, okay? Because enough is enough with the bullshit in regards to co-parenting, okay? So we're going to talk about the female accountability and the male accountability, okay? We want to try to discuss what it is both parties should be doing that you are not doing, okay? Which is one of the reasons why there's so much conflict when it comes to co-parenting. I'm going to put my invite link in the comment section. So if you would like to come in on this live, you are more than welcome to. All you would have to do is click on the link and I will bring you right on in, all right? All right, so give me a second. Let me go on over here to my IG so I can let everybody over there know to come on in, to come over to Facebook, okay? So that's what I'm going to do. But yes, definitely, I want you guys to make sure you chime in. Make sure you share this live because I'm going to be very transparent in regards to not only my personal experiences, but you guys know I always try to give um, an unbiased opinion, mutual opinion in regards to this whole co-parenting situation that a lot of us are dealing with. And a lot of us will continue to deal with this until our children are of age. And in many cases, a lot of parents are still arguing and bickering and fighting, and their children are adults. Okay. But we want to get to the bottom of that. I want everybody on my live IG, you guys going over to Facebook. Okay. I want you to get in on this conversation. I am live on Facebook right now. I will not be addressing any of the comments here on IG. I'm just here for a brief second, guys, letting you guys know to go on over to our Facebook page at WMRR Miami. Get in on this conversation because it is a conversation that definitely needs to happen. We definitely need to address the elephant in the room when it comes to co-parenting. You guys don't see my topic. You don't see my topic on Instagram. But over on Facebook, the question I imposed is why do one parent throws the other parent under the bus? So what is happening to where you are compelled to do that, where you feel like you should do that? You know, we want to know. I want to know. I want to know what the other parent is or is not doing. All right. So go on over to my Facebook page on WMRR. Got a new comment here. Let me see what this is. Hi, Will. Good morning. Yes, definitely. Let's talk about it. I want to talk about it. Okay. So, IG, you guys make sure you go on over. And also, Will, if you want to come in on the live, you know what to do. Click the link. I'll bring you right in. But it is something that I want to talk about because I get a lot of people. All you guys know me, all right? And I always tell people, and I'm going to say this again. This is my disclaimer. If you are the type of person where you don't have tough skin, you are easily to be offended. Your feelings get hurt a lot. You know, your feelings get hurt easily. And you're a sensitive type of person, trust and believe that I am not the person that you want to tune into. Now, I can tell you that there are thousands of people across the world who are sharing the same information. Okay. It's just coming from different perspectives. You have some people who are a little more easygoing about it. You have people who are a little harsh about it. I am, to me, a little aggressive and harsh because I don't candy coat shit. Like, if you're doing something, I'm going to tell you that you're doing it. I'm going to tell you that you're dumb, you're stupid, you're ignorant, and you need to get your shit together. You may have somebody else, like a Joel Osteen type, may give you a little parable about what you're doing, may stroke your ego, rub your back, and tell you what you're doing is wrong, but in a little more subtle way. Well, I can assure you, I'm not going to do that. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole. I am going to tell you that you are an asshole and that you need to get your shit together. I am going to tell you that you are a deadbeat. Simple, plain. I'm not going to candy coat that. I know that it can be done, but what I'm telling you is I am not the one to do it. So I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to decide if you want to receive this information from me or if you want to wait to find another live, another podcast that is talking the same topic, but is not going to be so passionate about it. Okay. And the reason why I am passionate about what I speak is because I'm speaking from experience and I'm possibly speaking from what I am actually still going through. And we're going to touch on that today as well. Okay. I also have a friend of mine. I'm hoping she comes on. We spoke briefly just morning about it. I want her to come on. She wants to share her opinion in regards to what she has also been going through. So let me start off by saying this, guys. Why can't I see my live the way that you guys see my live? Okay, I guess that don't matter. Let me start off by saying this. And I want to defend both mother and father. Okay? There is nothing that. Can you share? Oh my God. Somebody, hold on, y'all. I hope I don't lose my train of thought. Hold on. Listen, Instagram. You guys make sure you go on over to my Facebook page right now, okay? Because I can't do both. I got people asking me questions now. But make sure you guys tune in on Facebook at WMRR on air because I am live there right now, okay? So tune in over there. I will save this so that you guys know that I am over there. So if you want to get in on this conversation, go over there to WMRR. Just search WMRR Miami, okay? All right, going over there because that's where I am on Facebook right now. I gotta go. IG, I gotta go. I gotta go. Let me see. How do I end this? Okay, I do want to download. Do I want to share this? No, I don't. I downloaded it though. Okay, so can you share my? Okay, gotcha. I got you, cuz. All right. So let me turn off this because I'm gonna be distracted. I see right now. I'm sorry, y'all. All right. So to defend both parents, all right. So let me say this because I'm sick of the bullshit. I'm sick of going through it myself. And this is something I'm literally going through. So this is why I decided to talk about it. For me, it happened like last week. And I was contemplating whether or not I wanted to discuss it. And I decided, you know what? God gave me this platform for a reason. And you guys know I try to be very transparent. I try to be honest and I try to be mutual and like I say, unbiased as well. I'm not for let me set the record straight right now. I am not on the side of moms and I'm not on the side of dads. I'm on the side of righteousness. I'm on the side of doing the right thing for the sake of the children. Okay. That's the side I've always been on, even though I have myself have been painted in a negative light and I'm still being painted that way, despite how reasonable I feel I have been over the course of, me going through what I've been going through with my children. But I want to say this. There is no reason, okay? There's absolutely no reason that a mother or a father, to give them a reason to throw either party under the bus. And when I say throw the party under the bus, I mean try and portray this parent to be the worst parent there ever could be. When you throw a parent under the bus, you are indirectly telling the world and telling people around you, telling anybody that's willing to sit and listen to your story that this person is a horrible person. That is what you are doing automatically, okay? When you throw a parent under the bus, and I don't care what your reasoning is, a lot of you are unreasonable. What's up, Keith? I'm glad you're here, okay? A lot of you are unreasonable. And I've seen it for myself. A lot of you deadbeat moms out there are unreasonable. You're taking these fathers through hell when you know that these fathers are good fathers. You know that these fathers are not going to harm their children, but because you are miserable and because you have seen that he has been able to move on and live somewhat of a decent and happy life with the new girlfriend or the new spouse, you vindictively become unreasonable in your actions, and you want to throw him under the bus because you want to depict him as a bad person, a bad seed, to build your case, or whatever your motives are. You need for people to see him in a horrible light, because this is the only way that people will naturally gravitate towards the bullshit that you are selling. I don't like it. I have a lot of male friends who are good dads, good fathers. They're trying their best and they're doing the best with what they have. And I see a lot of you deadbeat mothers who are simply unreasonable. And I'm going to give you an example, okay? And like I said, ladies, again, I'm not here to side with anybody because I'm going through the fuckery myself. I'm dealing with some bullshit myself. But let me give you ladies an example. And I was talking with my sister. She has a bachelor's degree, and she's a social worker. I don't even know exactly what her degree is, so I'm not even gonna throw it out there because I don't want to get it wrong. Because since she'll check me later. So I was talking to her, and she was actually explaining to me some of the cases. She is a caseworker investigator. So my sister is one of these people that go out to the homes. So whenever you call defects on somebody, she's the investigator. She's the one that has to go out, and she has to, knock on these people's doors, talk to the parent, talk to all these people that you have involved in your situation, whether it be a best friend, an uncle, auntie. She has to go out and she has to investigate the situation, and she has to make her determination based off of the evidence and the information that she has received. Okay. So, talking to my sister last night, and we both agreed, because both she and I are reasonable. My sister raised 6 boys practically on her own. All right. So, she and I were talking last night, and we got on the subject of my situation, that what I'm going through with my ex-husband right now, currently. And so we kind of strayed away from the topic a little bit. And I don't know if she said it or if I said it, but one thing that we don't like, and women do it all the time, is holding your child's father to a standard or a level that you yourself have not reached. Okay. So ladies, I'm going to say this, and all I can do is hope that you take heed to it. You cannot hold a man to his half of a responsibility when you're not doing the same. So say for instance, I'm gonna use an example. Say for instance, and I put a description real quick. I got some quick information. I tried to pin it, not sure if I pinned it, but it says, what is child support? So I wanted to put that in the comment section so you guys get an understanding, male and female, of what child support is and what it is to be used for. That's for women and men. Okay. For a lot of you men who don't understand what child support is, and a lot of you women that don't understand what you're supposed to be doing with your child support, that is why I put that quick info in the comment section. I want you guys to go over there and read it. But back to what I was saying, ladies. For instance, if child support was $500, okay. And keep in mind, ladies, if you guys want to get technical, child support is based on the higher parent, the income of the higher paying parent, like the parent who makes the most money. That is the parent that would normally pay the majority of child support. But I'm not even going to get into that right now. You guys can look that up. Say for instance, you and your kid's father agree to, let's say $500 a month in child support. Okay, that's one child. He's obligated to pay $250 a month, and you're supposed to be paying $250 a month, right? Meaning your $250 is going to come from him because you're the custodial parent. 9 times out of 10, a child will reside with the mom. Okay. I want to be clear. I want to educate a lot of you about this, because I think this is where the conflict is coming in, because it's a lack of knowledge, and it is due to your ignorance, because a lot of you don't know. So because you are the custodial parent, custodial meaning the child is within your custody. The child resides with you. The child lives with you at your residence, at your address. All right. The father has visitation. So the child may visit with the father every weekend, every other weekend, or however you guys have agreed upon that taking place. If the shoe was on the other foot, ladies, if the child resides with the father, if the father has custodial rights, and the father has custody of the child, this means the child lives with the father. You guys have $500 in child support that you pay every month, right? So $250 coming from him, $250 coming from you. It's only because the child lives with you, moms, is the reason why dad would have to send you money. Okay. So you would receive that $250 payment from dad, because dad does not live with you. And it is your responsibility to take his $250, apply it with your $250, and go out and purchase the things in the description, in the comments where it says quick info. So you are to take that money and provide for the child. It is child support. It is not spousal support. There's a difference. Okay. And I'll get into that on another podcast as well, the difference between child support and spousal support. Spousal support comes from married couples who have been divorced. In my case, I could have taken my husband to court for spousal support. When I went to court and the judge asked me if I wanted spousal support, I declined. And I declined for reasons of common sense would tell me, if this man is in court arguing with me, in regards to paying child support in the amount of $300, why in the hell would I think he would be able to give me spousal support in the amount of $500? So at that time, I was not mentally, I didn't even want to deal with it. So it was all about my children. I told the judge, I don't need spousal support. I don't need my ex-husband doing nothing for me. I'm good. I just want him to help me take care of our children mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. That was the only request that I had. All right. So, ladies, moms, if the child resides with the father, okay, so I have already explained to you about why it's a requirement for dad to send you money, because the child lives with you and you're responsible with doing the right thing with that money. If the child lived with dad, you would have to do the same thing, ladies. Okay. It's not, the courts don't show favoritism. At least they don't try. It always falls in a woman's court 9 times out of 10, because again, ladies, it really has nothing to do with black dads not being fathers. It has a lot to do with the system, and systematically demonizing our black men as deadbeat dads. So everybody just jumped on that bandwagon in regards to, oh, you're automatically a deadbeat dad. So when a black father went into court with you, mom, as a black mom, it's not that the courts gave a damn about you. You're black. They don't care about us. It was just against the father. Automatically, the judge saw a black man in court about his child. So because systematically it had already been set in motion that this is a deadbeat, the dad really didn't have a case. Okay. And this is why 9 out of 10 cases that go to court, the father loses and the mom gets custody and so forth. Okay. And that's a whole nother topic. I don't even want to get into that in regards to how the courts operate or anything like that. I want to highlight a few of my viewers right now. That's real serious, guys. And we got Keith Davis. He's always debating with me on Facebook. I wonder if Keith's going to come in today with me. Okay, for sympathy, kudos. Yes, I agree. I absolutely agree. All right. So let's hide this. Okay, so moms, it would be the same thing with you. Okay. So if the child resided with dad, then it would be your responsibility to transfer your $250 into dad's bank account, cash app it to him, give it to him, so forth. But again, back to what I was saying in regards to mothers holding the father more accountable for his role in paying child support than they do themselves. I personally don't believe that a mom has a right to hold a father to paying his portion of child support when you don't even have your portion of child support. So what a lot of you are doing, you're depending on his child support, right? You're depending on his portion because you don't really have your portion. So you're stressing him out about his portion. Now, if dad wanted to, dad could be petty and dad could say, where is your 250? Well, I'm not going to give you my 250 until I can see your 250. And in a lot of cases, a lot of parents get to the point where they will petition the court to make both of you open a mutual bank account. Now, if dad really wanted to be petty, or if mom really wanted to be petty, and if people had time to do it, there could be a mutual account open for the kids. Okay, to where the courts could really make dad put his money in and mom put her money in, and then the courts would track what mom does with the money. And believe it or not, I think that's pretty much where it's heading with these child support cards. I don't know if you guys heard, but yeah, they're trying to do something with these new child support cards where they are going to start trying to figure out basically how to make moms do what they're supposed to do with their child support. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work, but I have seen the article. I've read the article, and and they are absolutely trying to mediate this whole child support situation, because the courts are seeing all these cases where dads are paying child support, but mom, she's not applying the child support to the child. And this falls in the area of neglect. So back to the topic. What makes you throw your baby's mom or your baby's dad under the bus? For me, throwing a parent under the bus would mean they would have to be a horrible person. They would have to be a horrible parent, meaning they're either physically abusing the child, they are neglecting the child's physical well-being, they are keeping the child from obtaining an education. Okay. They have the child in an unfit environment, harmful environment, all right, criminal environment. They are maliciously and intentionally preventing you from seeing your child. All right. Those for me are the only reasons that I see someone throwing the other parent under the bus. So if you're doing all of that, then yeah, you deserve to be thrown over the bus and ran over a few times. Yeah, run over his ass, back up, run over him again. But if you have a parent who is pretty much on the same page as you, both of you are doing the best that you can. Your child is not starving. Your child is maintaining good grades in school. Your child is going to school. Your child has been enrolled in school since they got enrolled in pre-K. Your child is healthy. Your child is pretty much being provided with the things that he or she needs, and even the things that he or she wants. If you are throwing your baby's mom or baby's father under the bus, despite the good that he's doing, then you're a piece of shit. Then you're a horrible person. You are the very person that you are claiming that the other parent is. So while you're saying that the other parent is toxic, and you're saying the other parent, all they do is bring negative energy, no, that is your energy. That's your energy that is overshadowing the whole situation, to the point where you don't even realize that the energy is coming from you. And that's what a lot of you are experiencing right now. Your energy is so negative, and you're the mastermind behind all the chaos, behind all the conflict, and you're so adamant and so busy with trying to portray the other parent in a negative light, that your negative energy is overshadowing everything, to where you don't even see where the energy is coming from anymore. And I find that very disturbing. I find it very disturbing. So I want parents to get to a point where you're not undermining the other parent. Okay? Because keep in mind, each parent, you're supposed to be making decisions for, I guess I want to say, the betterment, the well-being of the children. Okay? So each decision that you make, it should be for the child. This means you have to put aside your personal and emotional feelings. Okay, you got to set aside the hurt, you got to set aside the bitterness, and you got to make the right choice. I'm gonna use myself for an example, because I can't use a lot of my friends who I know are going through the same thing, because a lot of people, they don't want their business out there. Me personally, I don't give a damn. Hell, this is my life, this is my reality, this is what I deal with. So let me give you guys an example. And I get a lot of men out there who complain about how unreasonable their baby's moms are. And I believe that I'm a very reasonable mom. I have been a very reasonable baby's mom, ex-wife, I'll say. for years when it comes to my ex-husband and my children. At least I have tried to be. And of course, there's two sides to every story. I have invited my ex-husband to come on my live and to, share his side of the story. He refuses. He doesn't want to do that. So I can only give you guys my side because he's not going to come on my live and talk about it. That's just not who he is. So my side of the story, and I have a lot of witnesses. I have a lot of character witnesses. I have a lot of people in my life that can vouch for what I'm saying. I have been very reasonable, and I'm going to explain to you, men. So now I'm back on men, ladies. Men, listen. I address the deadbeat moms. I want to make it clear that we are aware that they are out there. No one has said that deadbeat moms don't exist. I have said that. I've said it in a lot of my podcasts in the past. If you go to YouTube, pull up Miss Ross Radio, I have a lot of podcasts talking about deadbeat moms. Okay, but there aren't as many deadbeat moms as there are deadbeat dads. But again, there's a reason for that. Okay, there's a reason for that. So just know that I've already addressed the deadbeat moms. Okay. And yes, I want you guys to go do your research. I have a website, missrossradio.com. I'm going to put up all the videos. I'm going to do this for you guys today. I'm going to put up a lot of videos and podcasts that I've done, and I'm going to highlight it, deadbeat moms. Okay. And I'm going to put up all my videos talking about deadbeat moms and the ignorant shit that they do, the vindictive shit that they do, and the malicious shit that they do. Because I've been there. I've experienced deadbeat mom's wrath before, from my ex-husband. So I'll put those videos up under that category. Hold on, let me see. Let me go to my comments because I don't see nobody got nothing to say. I wanted somebody to chime in. Hold on a second, you guys. Give me a minute. Give me 1 second. I forgot to let somebody know I was live. Okay, so anyways, so dads, let me shed some light on the situation for you guys. And I don't think a lot of you dads are aware. A lot are, a lot are not. So I'm talking to the ones who don't get it. Okay. So if this doesn't apply to you, if you know what I'm saying, if you understand what I'm saying, and you get it, this is not for you. This is for the dads who aren't aware and don't know. Okay, Keith, you're just listening today. Okay. I appreciate it. There's a lot, and I'm not talking about deadbeat moms. Okay, I already addressed the deadbeat moms. The ladies that I'm talking about now, these are not deadbeat mom. Deadbeat mom don't even come on my live getting all excited, happy, and thinking that I'm taking up for you. I'm not. You're still a deadbeat, and you need to get your shit together. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about these reasonable moms who are dealing with unreasonable baby daddies. Okay. So deadbeat moms, don't get excited. Go to missrossradio.com. I'm going to have a lot of videos up about you guys up there. Okay. Those are for you. Go over there, educate yourself, get your mind right, get your shit together. Stop making life hard for your baby's fathers because you're bitter, you're unhappy, and you're miserable. Okay. Stop the fuckery. It's ridiculous. Enough is enough. Cut it out. So anyways, back to the deadbeat dads. Okay. And if you are not a deadbeat dad, I repeat, disclaimer, I'm not talking about you. All right. And I don't even know if I want to use deadbeat dad because deadbeat dad, the term deadbeat dad, it's a thin line between a deadbeat dad and a dad who hasn't come to the full realization of something, So I don't even know if I like using the term deadbeat dad because a deadbeat dad, you got to really not be doing nothing. That's what I label a deadbeat dad. So I don't even want to call them deadbeat dads. I want to say lack understanding. So the dads who lack understanding in certain areas when it comes to co-parenting, that's what I'll say. I don't want to say deadbeat, because a deadbeat dad to me is a dad that don't do shit for his kids. He don't visit his kids. He don't call his kids. He ain't sending no money over to his kids. He don't even acknowledge his kids. He don't want nothing to do with his children. That's a deadbeat dad to me. Okay. So yeah, I'm not going to use deadbeat dad, because I see a lot of fathers who are involved in their children's lives. Just because they're not as involved as you would want them to be, that doesn't make them a deadbeat mom. Okay. So you got to be careful on how you use the term deadbeat. Is your child's father absent in your child's life? Meaning they know your child is alive. They know where your child lives. You have not changed your address. You have provided him with the address, the phone number, the child's school. You have given this man every possible piece of information that he needs in order to find and locate his child. And he just refuses to exercise his rights of being a father. He refuses to exercise his rights of visitation. That is a deadbeat dad. A deadbeat dad is a father who doesn't submit any type of payment. Whether the payment is $50 a week, that doesn't make him a deadbeat dad. He is contributing to that child the best way he can. And ladies, another thing that we have to do, and I'm going back to the ladies right now. You can't pick a man's pocket. You can't dictate what he has. You can't say that he has this and he has that, because you really don't know. You don't want to make that type of assumption, because just like you always screaming that you're going through something, dads are going through things too, mentally and emotionally. A lot of times our mental state of mind causes us to be emotional, to where when it comes to a man, they will shut down, they will step back, they'll wash their hands until they get their mind together. So while they're going through that state of mind, let's not throw out the deadbeat card. Let's just give them some time to get themselves together, to collect their thoughts, and get themselves mentally back on track. Because trust me, when you're not mentally on track, everything is out of whack. You don't give a fuck about nothing. You don't give a damn. You don't care about who's coming, who's where. You don't care when you are in a mental state of mind, and you're trying to find yourself, because you feel yourself, losing yourself. So let them get themselves together. Like give them a little time to get it together, ladies, before you start throwing out that card. So that's why I don't like using the deadbeat dad card. I rather just say, that some dads just lack understanding. All right. And this is where I come in. So let me explain to you guys, dads, these deadbeat dads. Okay. I'm saying deadbeat for now, but y'all, I don't want to keep using that term, but I know a lot of you are stuck on that term. So every now and again, I may say it, don't want to say it, don't like saying it. But to the mothers who feel like, their dad, their baby's father is a deadbeat, I put it that way, because a lot of you are not convinced that they lack understanding. A lot of you are like, bump that, he a deadbeat. Okay, I get it. So to the fathers who lack understanding, a lot of mothers, the good moms, all right, we have made it so easy for you guys over the years that a lot of you think that what we have done, you think that it is our obligation, when really it's not. It's not an obligation for us to do some of the things that we have been doing. But because we are good mothers, we naturally do it, because we are more concerned about the welfare of our children. For example, when you come and pick your child up from us, a lot of mothers, what do? They pack a bag, right? They give you a backpack and may have the child's clothes in it, toothbrush, and all the child's toys and things that the child needs. No, that's just a good mom. That was never her obligation. She's not obligated to give you clothes for your child. You're supposed to be doing that. All right? You're supposed to be doing that. Now, I will say this. The reasonable moms, all right? Reasonable moms, what they do is, and this is what I did, being that if a dad is paying child support, okay? So this goes for the dads who are paying child support. We're not talking about the dads who lack understanding and who are not contributing financially. If a dad is contributing financially to the child, remember, keep in mind that money is supposed to be going towards what the child needs, right? Now, depending on how much money you're being given, mom, it's up to you to still make a responsibly financial decision into sorting that money out amongst the things that the child needs. So you got to break it down. So if dad say all I got is $150, okay, now mom, you have to budget that money. You have to make sure that that 150 is going to go towards whatever that child needs. Okay. Now, if the father is paying child support, mom, the right thing for you to do when he comes to pick the child up, if the child has no clothes over there, then okay, he's contributing financially a little bit. You can send a few clothes back over there to his house for the child. You can send a toothbrush, because remember, he's contributing financially. But at the same time, dads, you are also still responsible of making sure that the child also has a wardrobe at your house. So technically, a child is supposed to have a bedroom at your house just as well as there's a bedroom at mom's house. All right. And like I say, this is where it gets complicated and it gets tedious, it gets techy. And this is where you see a lot of people say, my situation is not like your situation because of things like this. It gets very, very, very complicated. And it makes it even more frustrating for both parents, especially when neither one has an answer. When you're just going with the motion and you guys are trying to figure it out along the way, it makes it very emotionally distressful. So dad, you're frustrated and mom is frustrated too. Everybody's frustrated. And this is why I say the compromise is definitely necessary. Come on, Keith. Keith say, oh, how I wish I had time today. You got time. Give me 5 minutes. Well, just give us 5 minutes, Keith. Click the live. Give us 5 minutes. I'm gonna, stop what I'm saying to give you time to say what you're saying. You got 5 minutes? 10 minutes? Hi, Tammy. Thank you for coming in on the live. Click the link if you would like to chime in on this situation. Hold on, guys. See, y'all see what I'm doing? Now you see my daughter texting me from school. You see what I mean? My job is never done. Hold on. You guys, anybody want to come in on the live? Tammy, click the link. There's a Facebook. Hold on, it's right here, but I'm gonna put it on the page. You see the Facebook, the one with the Facebook icon? That's the one that you could click, but it's in the comment section. All right, thank you, Keith. I'd appreciate it. Because I do want to know. And for some of you who are going to be coming back to this live, I do want to know, my topic and my question was, what makes a parent throw the other parent under the bus? Okay, Katami, I'm waiting on you to come in. So just click the link and I'll bring you right on in. So what makes one parent throw the other parent under the bus? And I wanted to share a little bit of my experience. And I'm going to get a little bit more into my personal situation with my ex-husband. But I really, really want, if Tammy and Keith could come in, I would appreciate it. I could bring you guys in at one time too. So if you both click on the link, I could bring you guys in and then we all can have this conversation. Also, Will Sirius definitely will want to hear from you. What do you think in regards to Will? If you're still listening, I know you'll probably be at work. What suggestion would you have for parents in this co-parenting situation? What requirement is missing? What are we not doing? Why is there a lack of communication? Okay, hold on one second. Let me bring in, hopefully this is Mr. Davis. Hey, hold on, let me turn. Oh, you left. I just brought you in and you left. But let me go turn on my speaker because I won't be able to hear you. So come back in, Keith. I just saw you. Okay, Keith.
Yo,
Hey.
yo, yo, what up, what up? I'm social distancing so I can take this mask off real quick.
Yes, take your
Oh
mask
man,
off. Hey, Keith.
what
Look,
up, man? What's going on, Miss Ross?
you know what it is, man. I'm always touching on these topics that it seems like nobody be wanting to address the elephant in the room. But you know, me and you, we go at it on Facebook all the time.
It's a touchy subject, man. It get a lot of people heated, man, because a lot of people
It
got some
do.
invested, and they invested in this, man. And it's true, man. It's like it's a case by case thing, and the courts don't always see it like that. Like you made the you made the you made the comment about the 500 a month that gets split between both parents, and that's not always the case.
Yeah. So
You know what I'm
explain
saying?
to me. So Keith, okay, so explain to me the case, like, because I said 500 split down the middle. So give me your perspective on that, because a lot of people are going through this. Remember, we're not the only ones going through this drama.
I'll just say like this, like my current situation, what I pay in child support towards, for two of my kids, I
Uh-huh.
pay in child support. Their mom makes that a month. So if it's split down the middle 50-50, then she's basically giving her whole check every month, and I'm giving her an extra check every month.
Wow. Okay.
That leaves nothing for her at the end of the day. And that's, like, it's not fair to her, it's not fair to me, because I'm giving her a whole check. I'm talking about
Wow.
a whole check a month. You know what I'm saying? So
So she okay, so you saying, okay, so what you pay in child support for the two, you got two kids, right?
in this one case, yes.
Okay, in one case, so you paying for two kids.
Uh-huh.
So what you're giving her, you're saying she makes that herself?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's bringing that in.
She she
So
makes
she's not
she makes that, and I pay her that as well.
okay. So now from your perspective, because remember we're all parents trying to figure this thing out. From your perspective, what do you think the courts should do in your situation? How would you want it done? Like,
Of course, I would love to be paying a little bit less. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
uh-huh.
saying, because I when some people say like 250, 300, they paying $100, $50 a month. Like, I would love to pay that a month, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? What I'm paying, I don't mind, as long as my kids are straight. And
Yeah,
I understand, like, they look at certain rules. I was looking at some of the guidelines. They say, lights, electricity, all that stuff, and everybody like to mention that stuff. But come on, man, we supposed to all be adults. You should be able to pay your own lights, your own water bill, your own rent. You should be able to pay those things. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And then what I'm giving you is supposed to help towards the kids, education, food, clothing. You know what I'm saying? Extracurricular activities, toys if necessary, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't, like you were saying earlier, you shouldn't have to be dependent on a child support check to pay your rent.
so
That's
you think
ridiculous.
that, okay, so because I think I've said this in one of my podcasts before. So you feel like, if it's like, say for instance, my children live with me,
Hmm.
and my kids dad don't pay my rent or none of that. I don't even hold him to that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you feel like the kids are naturally with the mom. So the mom got to pay bills regardless. Because this is how I look at it too.
Yeah, she got to pay
Like the
bills
mom, like
regardless.
for me, the mom has to pay the bills, even if the kids are there or if they're not there. If you're living there, you still got to pay to keep your lights on for yourself. You
Hmm.
still got to pay rent because it's your apartment.
Hmm.
So just because the kids are there, that don't stop. You're still going to be paying that regardless of if the
Still got
kids
to.
are there.
Right.
So why should dad have to pay half your rent and half the utilities because the kids are there, right? That's what you're
Right.
saying. Because
Yes.
naturally you would
But
have to do that anyway.
don't get me wrong. I know sometimes some things get, what I'm saying, some things get a little touchy, income get a little short, and you may have to grab some of that. That's fine.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't have to be dependent on that.
Don't depend on it.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to depend on that. You know what I'm
I
saying? That's
agree.
that's just me.
Yeah. No, but I mean I agree. Now, keep in mind, I wasn't in this mindset a while ago. It took me researching and me trying to be reasonable with my kid's father for the sake of my kids to get to this point to where I felt, man, regardless of if he helped me pay my rent, I still got to pay my rent. And I don't depend on his child support, because it's like, if I depended on his child support, that means my livelihood is in his hands. Like, if he don't give me my rent, then what am I gonna do? So basically, he can evict me if I want to depend on my ex-husband. Me personally, I'm not finna give my ex-husband that much power to evict me when he get mad, if I'm that dependent on his income.
And not only that, he could not be. It couldn't be a situation where he get mad. He could just hit a down slump where he lose his job. Now both
Yeah,
of y'all out of a place.
exactly. So you don't want to be dependent on it.
No, you don't want to be dependent on child support. It's support for the child. And I mean, and I pay and healthcare, vision, all that stuff, full coverage on all my kids. I
And
get
see,
no
that's what
credit
my
from it.
my kid's father don't do that. Like, he don't
Yeah.
pay that for my kids. What I
No,
did,
I
you
don't
pay
pay
that for
it.
your kids.
Yeah, I don't. They're under. I got good health insurance. I got good coverage. So all
And
my
see, that's the
kids under
thing.
my coverage.
See,
And
I
not
think
everybody has that.
no, they don't, because my kid's father, right? And this is why with me and you, like, I understand. It's kind of like we're parallel with what we're going through, but we it's kind of like what you're going through with the pressure. I don't get no appreciation for what I do, and that's what my complaint is. You know what I mean? Because I could really be one of these asshole baby moms. You know what I mean? But I don't do that to my ex-husband. I literally have not done that. And I got people in my life that know I haven't, but I've spoiled him so much over the years that he feels like it's an obligation.
And I say this too. Like when you in that court system, and because I had this happen to me, you in that court system, and there was times where, what I'm saying, my kids' moms, they could have spoke up and said something positive on my behalf, and the
Mm,
courts told them shut up.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, don't say nothing, because basically you good right now and you finna get this all. And if you speak up on his behalf, it's gonna cut you short. And if speak up, if he a good dude, he a good dude. My first situation was I didn't have a job. I was taking care of my kids. You know what I'm saying? I was watching them when they needed to be watched,
yeah.
when it came down to, what I'm saying, damn, we ain't got no money for a babysitter, me nor her. All right, I got them. You know what I'm saying? And we was sitting in court, and the dude asked her, "Yo, do you really want to put him on child support? Like, is this really what you're trying to do right now with everything that we seeing? Plus, I was already giving her some cash." And she was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah." And they was like, "I'm sorry, man. Here it is." And then the
And
second
see,
situation,
that's the part that I feel like when the mothers are being unreasonable. Cause now I didn't do that. I don't do that. With me and my kid's father, what I do, I literally try to work with him. Like, say for instance, my kid's father give me really, he give it to my kids. $500 a month, right? I got 2 kids. I usually tell him cash out my kid. My kids got cash out. They 14 and 15. They have their own cash out, right? So I usually tell him just cash app them. If he don't, he'll cash app it. To me, it goes straight to what they need, because they're 14 and 15. So my kids be waiting on their money. Sometimes if I need help out of it, now one thing I'll never do, I never take credit from when credit is due. So I have called my ex several times, sometimes, to be like, listen, you just sent me this 500, right? For the child support for the kids, but I need to pay the light bill. My deposit ain't gonna come for like 3 days. Can I use, a little bit of this to pay the lights, and I'll put it back, and then I'll go ahead. He's always like, cool. You ain't gotta ask me for that. Do whatever you need to do with it. You know what I mean? If that's what you
yeah,
need to do, go ahead and do that. And that's
yeah,
how we work. That's how we bounce off of each other. But what
yeah,
I don't like with my ex is if I don't kind of like lean more so in his favor on certain things, then he likes to throw me on the bus in front of my kids and tell them I'm toxic and I'm negative energy. But other than that, we fine. It's only when I don't, like, say for instance, I'm gonna use an example, Key, and I'm being broad and I'm being completely honest, right? So I no longer get the assistance I was getting. Okay. I used to get Section 8 and all of that stuff. So once my income reached a certain level, got my own businesses, I no longer qualify. So I pay like full rent. I have to pay my rent. So with everything I got carrying on my shoulders right now, I'm like, okay, I'm trying to get a house next year. I'm gonna stay in this 2-bedroom apartment that I'm in, 2-1. And my girls, they're girls, they can share a room. So my youngest daughter, recently, this just happened. My youngest daughter said, Mom, can I go stay with dad? Because their dad has like a 4-bedroom house in Georgia, him and his girlfriend. Nobody there but them. My kids got their own room down there. Even though I don't want my daughter to go because that's my baby. You know what I mean? That's my baby. Like I'm attached to my kids. I don't really want them going. I told my daughter, I said, listen, I don't want to make that decision for you. I don't want to be selfish. I said, I don't want you to go down there with your dad. Not because he's a bad person or anything. I'm attached to you. There's certain things I'm going to do that he's just not going to do. But I let her make the decision. She want to go. I'm going to let her go. So I called him. I said, listen, Anaya wants to come stay with you for a while until I get the house. He said, that's fine. Now, the first thing he said was, well, if Anaya's going to come stay with me, then the only thing I need to send you is $250 now. You know what I mean? So he immediately wanted to address, he's no longer going to send me 500, send 250 because he's going to have Anaya. I said, that's fine because Anaya will be with you. You don't have to send 500, just send the 250 for Ariana. That's fine. I don't care about that because I don't depend on his child support. I really don't. Right? So that was no problem. So then he say, when you want me to come get her? I'm like, that's on you. I'm done. Come get her when you can come get her. My daughter wants him to come now. She bugging him about coming and get her. She's ready to go, right? So finally the other day he says, I can't come get her right now. I don't know when I'm going to be able to come get her. So I'm like, okay, well, you need to just make time because I need to know what you're doing. So I know whether or not I withdraw her out of school, you enroll her in Georgia or whatever. I need to know what we're doing. Let me know. So then he says he didn't have time to do it. He don't know when he's going to have time to do it. So I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to tell our daughter? That's not, what am I supposed to tell her?
That's not for you to tell her. That's for him to tell her.
Exactly. But see, that's what I'm telling him. But see, this is what he don't want to do. He doesn't like portraying himself as the bad parent.
The bad guy. Yeah.
So he don't want to say it. He'll keep feeding her lines and stringing her along instead of just saying, baby, I can't do it right now. I can't come get you right now. Tough it out, Donna. He won't do it. He'll just make up some story and it makes him look worse. And then I got to lie for him to try to make him look good. And I'm like, no, stop doing that. Don't do that no more. So then I said, Keith, I'll bring them for you. Even though my mom, my dad, for years, I've been up and down the road, taking them back and forth to Georgia. He has never come here. I said, I'll bring them. Sunday, I'll jump on the road. Just send me the gas money. I'll bring them or whatnot. So he's like, okay, how much gas? I told him, fine, we agree. He's going to send me the gas money, which in our divorce decree, he's supposed to pay for the travel expenses when he wants to get them. Called me back. He said, I want you to go half on the gas. So I'm like, why? Because I'm doing you a service. Like I'm bringing her 11 hours. Why do I have to give you half on the gas when I'm literally volunteering to do something that you're saying you're not able to do? So boom, this is where we are. He don't want to come get her. I'm like not going to give you half on the gas. So then he tells my kids I'm toxic and I have negative energy.
In that case, it just seems like a game being played. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad. And me personally, like when it comes to stuff like that, if I'm coming to get my kids, I'm not asking you for gas. I'm not asking you for nothing. If you bring in the kids, bring the kids. If you can't bring them, you can't bring them. And it's like, it's just, I got to the point in the situation where, and I have to tell my kids this too, like, look, I'm tired. Like, if you think I'm not fighting for you, it's because I'm tired. I've done a lot of fighting. And I'm just at a point I don't fight no more. I just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I had a similar conversation with my son, and I told him off rip, I have no problem with you coming to stay with me. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Your mom is who she is. You love her, that's your mama, and that's the relationship you have with your mom. I don't have a relationship with your mom. I have a relationship with my kid's mother. Totally different person. You know what I'm saying? Like she's a totally different person when it comes to being your mom and being the mother of my kids. So, you know what I'm saying? I could say, yes, it's cool. You can come stay with me. You know what I'm saying? But on the other end, when you have that conversation with your mom, it's going to go a whole different way. And it's not because, you know what I'm saying? It's not because nothing else of just the relationship that me and her have. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? As a
Wow.
kid, it has nothing to do with you. It's just the relationship that me and her have. We can be, like you say, we can be cool some days. We can laugh, joke, whatever the case is. Boom, 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 boom. But then certain days, it's like, you know what I'm saying, that bipolar switch,
And that's
and
why I
just, I'm not
said
gonna get the same person.
your situation is like my situation,
Yeah,
which is
and I'm
very
probably
bizarre to me
and I gotta
because
and I gotta
I'm the
say and
opposite.
I gotta say, you know what I'm saying, she probably feel the same way on my end. She probably feel like you know what I'm saying, that flip of the switch, because I have my days too. That flip of the
Yeah.
switch, you're not gonna get the same person. I'm not gonna be as charitable or as compromising, you know what I'm saying, in certain situations, only because today's not the day to compromise. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad, but it's just true. You know what I'm saying?
It is
It's just
really,
true.
it is really sad. And it's unfortunate because like even with me, I'm like you, Keith. I'm mentally tired. Like it's like I've been fighting with this man for years. So at my thing is I'm still getting the heat because I told my kids and I told him, get the kids. Like you can have the kids. If you my kids are 14 and 15, you hear me? You can get these kids if you want these kids, dude. I'm not finna argue with you about no child support, about nothing. If you want the kids, get the kids. So then when I say that, guess what he told the kids? Oh, your mom wants you to come stay with me because now you're inconveniencing her life.
I told him straight up, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you old enough now, wherever you want to go is wherever you want to go. If you want to come hang out with me, you want to come, you know what I'm saying, only thing I tell him is don't use me and your mom as, you know what I'm saying, don't use me as a way to get back at your mom, don't use your mom as
Right,
a way to get back at me. You know what I'm
right.
saying? 'Cause, you know, they understand and they see it young, I could play both sides. So when you get mad
Yeah,
at your
they can't
mama,
play both sides of the fence.
but then they see it too, because early on the mama, you know what I'm saying, moms will go, when the kid's acting up, oh, I'm gonna send you to your dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So now going to your dad's is a punishment. It's always a punishment. I'm gonna send you to your
yeah.
dad. I'm gonna send you to stay with your dad. It's
But
always a
but see,
punishment.
but see, that's the part where it shouldn't be said like that.
Yeah.
You know what I
You know
mean?
what I'm
Like
saying?
don't make dad seem like you're only going because I'm punishing you. Like what I
Exactly.
do with my kids, literally, and my girls, they would tell you. I told my daughter like this, my oldest daughter. I said, listen, it seems like you're unhappy with me. I said, I maintain a certain level of rules in my house. There are a lot of things that I'm not going to want you to do, and there are a lot of things I'm not going to allow you to do. I said, now, what I will do, if you're having such a hard time abiding by my rules, I said, I think it might be best for you to go stay with your dad. You might have a better relationship over there with your dad. He's cool, calm, and collected. He's not going to yell, scream, fuss, and do all those things. So it might be a good idea for you to go live with your dad. Y'all might click better. Why not go over there and see how life might treat you with your dad? Like you're not going as a punishment. You're going as a relief. I'm setting you free from the rules in my house.
Yeah. But then what happens is when they get older, when they get in them teens, they seen moms use dad as a punishment. So now when they mad at the I'll say the custodial parent. When they mad at the custodial parent, they use the other parent as a way of trying to punish the custodial parent. Well,
They do.
I want to go stay with my dad. I want to go stay with my mom,
Yep,
as if
they
that's
do.
punishment. And you can't do that.
You can't do
But
that.
but where did they learn it from? They learned it from the custodial parent always using the other parent as
Always
punishment.
saying go over
Hey,
there. Yeah,
I gotta
always when you when she's frustrated with them or can't get them to do what she wants them to do or they're not listening. Okay, now you're just gonna go to your dad as a punishment type thing.
yeah,
So yeah, so I can
I gotta
see
run
how.
back. I gotta run back in here, man. It's been
Okay,
nice talking to you.
thank you so
We'll
much
talk
for
again. We'll
coming
talk
in.
again. All
Yeah,
right.
we will. Thank you, Keith.
All right.
All right. You guys, that was Keith Davis. Thank you so much, Keith, for coming in on this live. I really appreciate you. Hey, Tammy. Aw. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I know you have. You have. I would love for you to come on the live and talk about your experience, Tammy. Because we both know we've both gone through this whole situation, co-parenting, trying to co-parent. So if you would like to come on the live, click the link in the comment section before I get off. And we're gonna do a part 2 to this. Definitely gonna do a part 2 because I want to make sure that you parents are heard. All right. I want to do a part 2, and I want to bring in every parent that wants to be heard in regards to sharing your experiences in regards to why do you feel compelled to throw your baby's mom or your baby's father under the bus. All right. And I'm going to leave it with that. I'm going to leave it with Keith. I'll also come back and talk a little more about my situation. You guys heard a little bit with me conversing with Keith, but we'll definitely do part 2. Okay. And I'm going to try to have a few guests in here. So next week, Monday, you guys make sure you tune in. All right. We're going to do part 2 of this situation. All right. Okay. Okay, definitely. I will. Part 2, Tammy. Next Monday. We'll do it Monday. We'll do part 2, okay? On Monday, and let's say I guess around what time I got on this live? About I don't know if it was like 10, maybe 10:30. All right. So you guys listen, make sure you keep it locked, okay? Miss Ross Radio now on WMRR Radio. We are going to do part 2 next Monday at 10:30. I want to ask the question of why do you feel compelled to throw your baby's mom or your baby's father under the bus? What is going on, guys? Let's talk about it, all right? Keep it locked right here. WMRR Radio, Miami's new #1 for music, news, and talk. You guys have a good day.